solutions.
So
But,
you think the worst is yet to come?
oh yeah,
Or, well, I hadn't finished my statement. The worst that is yet to come will be necessary for people to see that it's real.
no, I think people can, you know, other society, Europe has a different view than we do.
China has a different view of it.
Yeah, so, I don't want to dominate this conversation, but there's just so many things that we can do, and if we start talking about solutions, if we start recognizing the problem and talking about solutions, there'll be much more wisdom than one person can bring. But right now, we're not. Part of it is the politeness, you know, not talking about climate change as an issue, not stating our beliefs and defending them enough. But something has to work, and something has to.
And it seems to be growing. I think there's a tipping point somewhere there where people are being more and more educated and connecting the dots. It's my hope that you're ready to try.
I think part of the problem is just focusing on climate change, that the problems that this society is having are so much broader than climate change, and broader than ecological issues. I mean, how many people are in this society are taking some kind of drugs, you know, uppers, downers, antidepressants, whatever. I mean, people are not happy. I mean, this is not a society that fulfills people. We don't have a good community and connection with each other, which is one of the most important things, I think, for people being happy. Many people go to jobs that they can't stand. They're sitting there in some, you know, hierarchy, and they're not being fulfilled. I mean, you know, it's not like this is a great way of life. This is a crappy way of life. And I think that a lot of people know that on some level. It's just that, you know, they don't see another option. And so if we broaden what we were talking about, you know, we're having an emergency, a climate emergency, but we're having other emergencies too. This is not the way to go, you know, and the whole economic thing, the inequality and so on. I think we need to, you know, I mean, certainly emphasize the climate and other ecological emergencies that are going on, but the totality of people's lives are not good in the society. It's not good. So,
It's 3:37.
Yeah.
You wanted to-
Folks, we wanted to talk, but we might have to stop this conversation. Thank you for being such activists for the.
Thank you, Aubrey. Thank you.
Thank you for reading these articles. What I need to find out now before you leave, do you have any suggestions on further readings? They can be articles, they can be books, they can be films, something that's very pertinent, because we're trying to get to more, we've done a lot of research over the years, so we've mulled over so many aspects of climate change and how it intersects with almost every sector of our lives. Books, or should we change the structure of how and what we're doing? Okay?
Shelley mentioned before the second edition of Aubrey's book, An Inconvenient Truth.
Right.
Actually, I'm listening to that in an audiobook form, and I'm really enjoying it. One of the things, in fact, that I wanted to make a quick comment on it is that they encourage people not only to get educated, not only to participate in activist groups, but also to think of simple things that an individual can do. How much paper do we use? How much recycling we use? How much food we waste? That kind of things, when a single person can contribute. So anyways, I think that's a great book that we can discuss. It's
I'll put it on the list.
perhaps a little bit outdated.
Which was on the list? His
An
Inconvenient
Inconvenient
Sequel.
Truth, the second edition.
Oh, you mean an inconvenient sequel?
The new one.
Right, sequel.
But all of us, we can send our recommendations to Lolly, and she'll put it on our website.
We could have like an outreach kind of, or outreach events, community-oriented events. The series Years of Living Dangerously would be very useful for starting discussions, or an inconvenient sequel.
By the way, that came here and left in a few days, and I didn't know about it, was here, and I had even called the theater twice. So we need to show that film, because I take it no one saw it. Did you get to?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know, I didn't.
It wasn't here long, it wasn't here, it was in one theater, I think.
And I'm giving a reprise of the presentation I gave at Omni on Saturday at my church, which is Good Shepherd Lutheran, on Sunday at 10. So, Sunday the 24th at 10.
But send your recommendations to Lolly, and she'll get these books around to us in advance so we can comment on them and have some input about it.
Are you on the list, Karen? I'm sure you're on the list, you've probably gotten this.
On Charles' list? Yes.
The list for climate change.
Yes.
Well, okay.
Could you send me a link to that and I'll send it out to the
Sure. Sure.
Because I couldn't go to the one on Saturday and I'd like to hear it.
Sure.
Okay.
Shelley, will you send me the new email addresses? So I'll have a complete list too. No, these people who come.
Oh, sure.
Yeah, send me that. Does anyone know anyone else we should have on our email list? We've got 60, 70 people on it that we send out information to and books we're going to be reading in the future. Do you think, one more question, here's one more question. Do you think everyone would want to be involved in recommending books? Do you think everybody, we should send that out to everybody to recommend books? Or articles, or movies, whatever?
More people involved.
Okay.
Well, it can't hurt anything, and would involve us all in actually creating this activity. And I'm very strong.
Alberto did say that he would do something in January, but hasn't decided yet. When he's going to be researching on it.
Well, thank you, Lolly. Thank you all.
Dick, thanks.
And Dick,
Thank you.
Eloise, man, this is the 5th month I'm using this thing from up there.
So, those of us who are on stage for a few minutes to talk about whether we're going to continue this hearing or what.
You guys would like to participate in potential stereotyping around?
Yeah, please, stay, if you are willing.
Did you get one of these, or did you?
Thank you.
Send it back to, down to Gladys so she can share it with somebody else.
I'm gonna get the title of that other book that Shirley got signed. Way down the table.
Did you get your email address?
Yes. Yes.
Hi there.
Aubrey Shepherd.
Sandy Furlong, Sandy Boyd.
That's the night, Saturday.
This side, yeah.
I assume they will,